My name is Liam, and I'm a struggling journalist in a city where the stories often outweigh the people living them. Most of my days are spent chasing leads that barely pay the bills, interviewing people who forget my name the second I leave. My apartment is as worn out as my enthusiasm for the job. Peeling paint, a leaky faucet, and a perpetually broken heater. The irony isn't lost on me. I write about the lives of others while mine feels like a story no one would bother to read. It was late one evening when my luck seemed to turn. I had been sitting in a dimly lit diner, nursing a cup of coffee that had long since gone cold. My notepad sat open before me, empty except for a doodle in the corner. Deadlines loomed, but inspiration eluded me. That's when a man slid into the booth across from me. He was dressed sharply in a black suit, the kind of expensive tailoring that screamed money. His face was unremarkable, save for his eyes piercing and unsettling, as though they saw far more than they should. "You look like a man in need of a break," he said, his voice smooth and confident. I frowned. "Do I know you?" he chuckled. "No, but I know you. Liam Carter, journalist, scraping by and searching for a story that'll finally get you noticed. Am I wrong?" My gut told me to walk away, but curiosity held me in place. "Who are you?" I asked. "Think of me as an opportunity," he said, sliding a business card across the table. It was black, with silver lettering that read Vincent Devereaux, consultant. No phone number, no address. What kind of consultant doesn't list contact information? I asked, skepticism coloring my tone. The kind who finds you when he's needed. Vincent replied with a smile that didn't quite reach his eyes. "I have a proposition for you, Liam. A story, the kind that could change your life." "And what's the catch?" His smile widened. "Nothing is free, but the cost." "Well, let's just say it's manageable." I should have walked away. Every instinct screamed that this man was trouble, but desperation has a way of silencing reason. "I'm listening," I said. Vincent leaned forward, his tone dropping to a conspiratorial whisper. "There's a man in the city, Jonathan Hall, wealthy, influential, untouchable, but he's hiding secrets, dark secrets. If you dig deep enough, you'll find the truth. And when you do, you'll have the story of a lifetime." "Why come to me?" I asked. "Why not go to someone with more resources, more reach?" "Because you're hungry," Vincent said simply, "and because I believe in giving opportunities to those who need them most." The next day, I began my investigation. Jonathan Hall was a name that carried weight in the city, of philanthropist, a real estate tycoon, and a man with a spotless public image. Digging into his life was like trying to claw through steel, but the deeper I delved, the more cracks I found. Rumors of shady business deals, connections to disappearances that were never solved. And then there were the whispers of a private estate on the outskirts of the city, a place No one seemed to know much about it was there. Vincent had assured me that I'd find the truth. The estate was massive, hidden behind high walls and an iron gate. I arrived under the cover of darkness, armed with nothing but a flashlight and a growing sense of unease. Scaling the wall was easier than I expected, and soon I was creeping through the manicured grounds, my breath visible in the cold night air. The main house loomed ahead, its windows dark. As I approached, I noticed something strange. There were no guards, no security cameras. It was as if the place didn't need protection, as though no one would dare intrude. Inside, the air was heavy with silence. The rooms were opulent, filled with expensive furniture and artwork. But it was the basement that held the answers I was seeking. The door was hidden behind a bookshelf, but a misplaced draft gave it away. Descending the stairs, I was met with a sight that turned my stomach. The room was lined with jars, each containing something wrong. Eyes that blinked despite having no lids, hands that twitched as though longing for freedom. And in the center of the room stood a large mirror, its surface swirling like liquid mercury. Curiosity killed the cat, a voice said behind me. I spun around to see Jonathan Hall, his expression calm, but his eyes glinting with malice. "What is this?" I demanded, my voice shaking. "Payment," he said simply. "You see, Mr. Carter, nothing in this world is free. Power, wealth, success, they all come at a cost, and someone has to pay." He gestured to the mirror. "This is the source, a doorway to another place, another reality. It grants wishes, fulfills desires, but for every gift it gives, it takes something in return." "And the jars?" I asked, my stomach churning. "Collateral," Hall said with a smile. "Pieces of those who thought they could cheat the system." Before I could react, the mirror's surface began to ripple. A hand emerged, skeletal and clawed, reaching for me. I stumbled back, but there was nowhere to go. "I warned you," Vincent's voice echoed in my mind. "Nothing is free."